Good evening.
Good evening, James Walker.
How are you?
I'm all right. You okay?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Welcome to the 9th episode of the
Yep,
webcast.
the 9th. So the webcast is a live wedding show.
It is. Let's chat weddings. Pew, pew.
So,
yeah.
9 weeks.
9 weeks. I know, it's crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Still feels like the first one, though.
Yeah, still a little bit of anxiety. I for some reason though, I seem to have my camera sorted. So I'm happy with that. Oh, before we go any further as well, I just want to say thank you to the people who subscribed to the top 10 tips. If you were watching now, from last week, yes, you can type in the comments on Facebook. If you type tips in capital letters, you'll automatically get the webcast top 10 tips through direct messenger every week. You can also do it by DM, which is what nearly everybody did last week. So just message us. If you put tips, if you message us tips in any shape or form, doesn't have to be capitalized. That'll sign you up to the same thing. So so that's really good. So I'm really chuffed
that we had 70. What? Or was it? How many did we end up with?
It was up to 83.
83. Woo! Happy with that.
I know. Me too.
It's really cool. Problem is now, though, we've got to make sure we do the top tips every week now to send.
I know. I wait till midnight. Until midnight doing it.
Yeah. So if you want the tips every week, we have. If you haven't seen the webcast before, what is the webcast?
So the webcast is a live wedding show on Facebook, YouTube, and some other places. It gives you the opportunity to talk to trusted wedding suppliers about all things wedding related. Our goal really is for you to have enough information so you can make informed choices about your big day. And
that's right.
That sounded like a mouthful, but that's exactly what it is.
But it's,
I know. What isn't it, Les?
We're not here to do the big sale on it, people. So if you're tuning in thinking, these guys are just here to get, we're not. We really are here to try and help bride and grooms and make their wedding day smoother. Even if they can take one thing from the webcast in this next hour, then we've done our job. We're not here to do the big sale. We're here to answer questions and tell you answers to problems that we've seen through the years. Because between us, what are we, 26 years between us experience doing weddings?
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, like you said, if you take one thing away, that can have a big impact on your wedding. And I'm learning things every single week. So, and I've been doing weddings for 13 years. So I'm really confident that there's something you can take from every episode.
Yeah. So we do a weekly live stream helping bride and grooms from wherever you're tuning in. And we got viewers in right now. So hi, thank you very much for tuning in. That's really kind of you.
Evening.
Please stick around. We've got a wonderful magician coming up later, which James will explain more because James is obviously a magic gentleman as well. So magic gentleman, is that really right?
I don't know. I might be now. I might be James Magic Gentleman.
Magic gentleman. So we got Adam James Reeves coming up, who's a fabulous magician. We're going to discuss why magicians and other things really are really good for your wedding to keep the guests happy. Yeah. And our top tips are around about how we can, how you as a bride or as a groom can make sure you enjoy your day, because lots of people don't enjoy the day because lots of things are gone wrong. But we're going to try and help you to achieve greatness on your wedding day. Is that a good? That's a good tag. Achieve greatness on your wedding day.
Yeah.
Boom. Who are you, James?
So my name's James. My company's name is James Hawker Magic. I'm a wedding magician. I provide live entertainment on your wedding day, basically, normally during the lull periods or the quieter periods during the day. I didn't say bits and bobs this week.
You didn't say bits and bobs. I like that.
Thank you. I know where you, Les.
My name is Les Davis. I'm from Clicks Photography and Film. I'm a wedding photographer, videographer, and I've been providing photography and film for many years for bride and grooms, around about 13 or more years now. We're here to try and help you achieve greatness. That's the thing. We're going to achieve greatness this week, James. That's the theme of the cast, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't stop saying it. That's why I'm saying that. I'm going to say it all the way through. I know I am.
I think we need an Achieve Greatness banner, 100%. So, yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to this episode as well. Adam's, he's a very good magician. So, yeah, there'll be lots going on.
Yeah. So, a little bit about where we are right now. Again, we like to say that I mentioned that what's going on. Obviously, we're in crazy times, but then crazy times seem to be getting less crazy. So, obviously, weddings are slowly starting to come back. Things are starting to open. So, fingers crossed, we're going to be back to normal. We've had some, crazy couple of months between us and every wedding service. But we have to remain positive, and hopefully, bride and grooms are doing the same. I got to be fair, though. A lot of my bride and grooms who have been rearranging, obviously it's a stressful time, but a lot of them are pretty positive about it. So fingers crossed, and then we're going to get back to normal.
And if you need any tips on that, check out episode 5, I believe, with Shauna, who was a real life bride. And she had some great tips with how she was managing. And she's on his second wedding date.
Yeah.
And with a third date planned just in case.
Yeah.
So
she's really extreme. So if anybody's, stressing about this or like Jim said, go back and watch it. I know we've got another real life bride come up in a couple of weeks. And if there's any other bride and grooms out there that want to come on, a groom would be nice. From a
that would be great.
I mean, it's not just about the bride as well. It's a partnership, isn't it? So, I mean, if there's any brides, grooms out there, you want to come on, then excellent. We can link, send us a message, and then we'll try and get you on. I think that'd be good. We got different venues coming up shortly in the next couple of weeks, which I'm quite excited about.
Looking forward to those.
Various different services, and also if you want to see a service on here, maybe we can get in touch with them. I'm not saying they will come on, but I'd love to try and get some requests on.
Yeah, me too. Although we are really busy. I was looking at our schedule yesterday, and we fully booked almost till the end of November, haven't we? Already.
Yeah, we got lots of people who want to come on, which is wonderful, really.
Yeah, really absolutely.
Okay, so we have. Shall we have a little look? We've got. Oh, Alex is in.
Evening, Alex. How are you?
Hi, Alex. Look at that smile on that gentleman there. Now there's a happy, that's a happy service provider there.
Yeah.
And some wonderful light up letters that gentleman has. Hi, Alex. So, yes, should we get on our guest?
Yeah, but before we do, I just want to say a couple of things, really.
Yeah.
So, I haven't known Adam very long, but it's really bizarre because there's a couple of things about Adam. More than any other magician, when I perform magic, people say, "Do you know?" And it's almost always Adam Reeves. So that goes a long way to really say. Genuinely, that is absolutely true. Do you know Adam Reeves? To be honest, I get sick of people asking me. So, yeah, people ask me, do I know Adam Reeves? And another thing I absolutely love about Adam, he's obviously a great magician, but if you just watch his videos, I was saying this to him earlier, I hope you don't mind me saying, is that he just loves magic. Like, you can really see how much the boy loves magic. So, yeah. On that note, I'll do my magical thing, Les. Are we ready? I don't know if this is
what
too
magical
cheesy.
thing?
But
I see your... Yeah. Boom. From one magician to another.
Here I am. Hello.
Good evening.
So I didn't tell you that, did I? Good evening. About people always say to me, like, more than any other magician ever, they always say to me,
my head's way too big. So come on now.
Well, yeah, honestly though, genuine, people always say to me, "Oh, do you know Adam Reeves?" Like, oh,
do you know why that is though? Because I wear the terrible shirts, don't I? Because I can't get into a suit. So
no, it's not. It's because you're really good, and it's not that common really amongst magicians either. Because a lot of the time, people, I'm sure you've had it, people say, "Oh, it's always really good magician," and I'll ask who it was, and they can't remember, but they always remember you, and they always remember what you've done. So
it's always, whenever I get it, though, it's always, you've done this trick with this dog's name. Do you always get that one?
I know who it is as well. Do you know who it is?
No, I have no idea.
Are you like a magician's like that then? Are you like known for a trick?
We could be known. Some people are. I mean, the person who does a dog trick, his name's Dorian.
Right.
So Dorian does that, and that sounds like I've never seen it, but
because Literally, I think every other wedding, especially in this area, Wales, South Wales, this magician. And I know straight away, like you said, people might say my name. It's the trick with the dog or the dog's name. And honestly, I'm thinking, I wish I knew that one, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know how it works either, which is really cool. But yeah. So I think more than anything, though, Les, to answer your question, I think people know for like the style of magic you do.
Yeah.
So,
God, and there's me going now. Can you still hear me?
Yeah,
we can still hear you.
No, frozen like that.
I just done my magic bit, and you just come back.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the two of us now.
Just me now. So, just about you, really, Ad. So, what? Obviously, your name's Adam James Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of your like kind of company as well. I know you'd be a sole trader.
That's the name of me as a business. Purely because of social media, really. It was like I didn't want to put anything too flamboyant in my name. Like, I don't know, that's just not my style. And when I first set up my Instagram and stuff back 5, 6, 7 years ago, I found it a bit confusing to have like my own profile, like me, Adam Reeves, and then like the magic me, which same Adam Reeves, but from a business aspect. But yeah, that is what it is. I can't change anything now, really, because that's the name now. So it is my name. I can't change it, really.
Well, you can change it. But I don't think it would be
magical gentleman or magic gentleman. So
magic gentleman. And people would have to say, do you know this guy formerly known as Adam Reeves?
Just a magic gentleman now who's learning the dog trick.
Absolutely.
How long have you been doing this now? How long have you been doing magic and weddings?
Weddings, about 6, 7 years, I think.
Is it? Is it that?
Yeah, give or take. I mean, friends' weddings or family friends' weddings. Firstly, I got quite late in the wedding game because it was mainly like nightclubs and stuff I was gearing towards.
Yeah.
But magic wise, since I can remember, like it's quite cliche in the magic world that you have a magic kit when you're a kid, and that's what happened with me. It was kind of everything I wanted to do was to be a magician until I got to about 10 before secondary school.
No, when you had your magic kit for Christmas, though.
Yeah.
Now, if you're anything like normal people who can't do magic like me, right? Like everybody had a magic set for Christmas, but I got so frustrated with it because it never worked. Is that because like did you? What I'm trying to say is, did you two have a magic kit and you could work it?
No, I didn't.
I didn't. I think my family just used to like, I mean, I haven't got any kids. I guess you guys have got kids, but if when your young kids showed you a trick, you're going to kind of go with it, that happened to me. And I think their reactions, maybe they're fake or whatever. At the time, 'cause I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing. My mom used to read the instructions to me, and I know she'd be like for hours like reading these different moves and stuff because they weren't just like the kid sets I had then. It was evolving into like the
oh wow, that's class.
For me, magic is frustrating as a viewer. As a am I called a viewer? What am I? Like an audience. As an audience member, I find it really frustrating because I'm one of these people. I need to know how you're making me.
You can't accept it. You need to know how it's done.
I can't. I honestly, and like James done my wedding, so he knows what my reaction is like. And you've seen me in many weddings, and I'm not over the top. I'm not going over the top because I'm trying to make you look good. I'm going over the top because that's my real reaction. Magic does weird things to me. It makes me angry, and I don't know why. I become really angry,
Does it make you happy at the same time?
Yeah, it makes me happy, but in a frustrated kind of way because I'm happy and I'm pleased you've tricked me.
Yeah,
and you've do you know what I mean? It's a weird thing. I've got a weird relationship with magic. I love it, but it upsets me.
Yeah, that's the buzz, isn't it, James? That's the buzz I get from it. Is like their moments.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I mean, really, that's why I loved it.
Yeah, so, me too. When I was younger, I had the Paul Daniels magic set, and I mean, what a legend Paul Daniels was.
Yeah,
couldn't do it at all. Don't think I got as far as you had, like in terms of being able to do any of it. Just I don't even know where it went, to be honest. It would probably be worth some money now. Yeah. And I didn't revisit it until I was in my 20s. But you've had a love for it all the way through. I just
point for a bit. for
I struggle with the reading and interpreting and then doing putting into like kind of words. So yeah, it's cool.
There was a 10-year gap, man, for me. There was secondary school come, and I didn't want to be the guy that was still doing magic tricks.
No,
it was, I don't know why. I don't know, because the kids then would start like on taking games and stuff. I was taking in tricks, and then they would, as kids were at the time, they're like, "Oh, let's have a look at it." And then like obviously there's different props and stuff back then, but and then they'd kind of tell everyone how I was done, and I kind of couldn't deal with that. So like I stopped then to come year 7. And then my life kind of went in towards sport and rugby, and then I was a sports therapist job that I always wanted. That my other job was that kind of life. That kind of life started. Cool. Uni didn't work out though. Fell out of love with sport, rugby, and my food habits kicked back in. That's a different subject. And then magic, bizarrely and quite sadly, was picked up as like a shield for like people who'd say, "Oh, you've put on weight." So I'd put out a pack of cards then.
No way.
Yeah,
no, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't consciously think, right, okay, I put on a lot of weight now. Let's take. It was like magic was kind of coming back. Then that moment, I would just go, "Oh, let me show you a trick." It was like looking back, that was like a defense thing. So that's not just a love that way. It was just a kind of a coping thing, really, which is quite a bit of a damp on thing. Sorry, but yeah, but luckily it turned into.
Isn't that crazy how that's planned out now? Like, obviously, it's a massive part of your life now, and it's a business for you. And you know, obviously, a really popular magician, because a lot of weddings I'm at, you're there, which shows a lot. And I think the last one we were together was Bringaro House.
How long ago?
Good few months, obviously, way before COVID now. But
my head's everything's running.
Yeah, last summer maybe, something like that. Last year it was Bringaro House, and I'm like these weird photographers. I come up and like obviously take some photos. You're there as a service, so my job is documenting. But I'm also taking on burst like to see what's going on, like but I can never do it. It's never. I
have to check that camera next time before I leave.
Yeah, watch me right next time. Tricks away,
So why did you start? You said, at what age kind of you started magic. Why did you start magic? I think I know it. I think was there a magician in particular that?
No, mine, believe it or not, was Paul Daniels. Like my nan would put him on the house, and Tommy Cooper, and then I'd learned that Tommy Cooper was like, what was Paul Daniels, or what was that kind of feel before going into the I remember Paul Daniels was so good on the stage, and there's not the big stuff, but it was the cup and the ball, the ball.
Famous for that.
Yeah, that I remember seeing that. And then fast forward a few years, there was a guy in Tenerife called James going on the bars.
Good name. Excellent name.
James, but he's James Hessler, and he's moved on to. He was in the circuit in like Tenerife and stuff. And we saw him out in Tenerife, and I think we went to the bar like 4 nights out of the 7, and because I had all my magic stuff as well, because it was a market that sold magic tricks and how to do magic tricks. He would then let me do the tricks in the pub, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like, that's what I want to do."
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was like the Paul Daniels was good. He was on stage, but this guy he's going around and entertaining. Like, you can't. It's so close. Like, obviously, close up is a bad thing to say now with what's going on, but and that was the spark. So like, massive. Obviously, I'm not nowhere yet. We're still climbing, but James Hessler, and he's gone on to moving up to Australia. And ironically, the same trick that Paul Daniels is that cups and balls, and James has got the most views on YouTube with his particular version of that.
No way.
Millions and millions and millions. So
wow, that's class.
Yeah. So it was like I've always been there, and I've always saw that. I take a briefcase to local pubs as a kid, trying to do what he was doing on New Year's Eve and stuff. Do you mean? So what I'm doing now, obviously before coronavirus, what I'm doing at events and what you do, James, was always what I wanted to do in terms of replicating it right now. Like,
that's amazing.
He is Bite or Dangerous Right.
Yeah.
Ryan Woodhouse.
What? Yeah, Dangerous Right. That is. He's from Earth. I haven't seen or heard of him lately. James, have you spoke to him or you know him?
No, I don't know Ryan very well, but I do know of Ryan. Yeah.
Done some mad things. He did more dangerous stuff as well now, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he does. He does some.
We've got a terrible dad joke in.
Yeah,
terrible dad joke from Lee Taylor. Yeah, but my wardrobe's mad. And they still up magic. Wow.
He probably did though, because I used to sell wardrobes as well. So that's.
Oh, did you?
Did you really?
It's not a joke, Ed. But they're still up. Magic. Wow.
Well, I was going to say it. I didn't really get that joke.
I didn't. I thought you were trying to be funny by going, they're still up. That's magic.
It's just a genuine customer review for your wardrobes.
Wow.
Just to go on there. I mean, I didn't sell them, just knocking doors and selling wardrobes. I worked for a company, like, but
yeah.
I hope it was.
There's a follow-up. You're chef in a pub now?
Yeah, right.
Cool.
He's a chef as well. I haven't seen over here for a long time, mind. I know he's doing like the stunts.
So Ryan is another magician, yeah?
Yeah, he does loads of like danger acts with fire and nails and some mad stuff really. So some really intriguing stuff. Not to labor the. Sorry, go on, Ad.
I'm not sure how true it is, but you know the spike on the hand.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he's told me this, but someone told me that he'd done that once, and it's
Whoa, wow.
I don't know.
I hate watching that, to be honest.
Yes, same.
To be honest, that happens quite commonly, doesn't it? Yeah. Just going back briefly to Paul Daniels, and maybe it's just a magic thing, right? But as you get into magic and do magic, the more appreciation you have for somebody like Paul Daniels to be able to come up with new things every single week in, week out for years is not an easy thing to do. So,
right.
Can I even look like Dynamo?
Play one of your videos, Ad?
Pardon?
Can I play one of your videos? Is that okay?
One of my magic videos, hopefully.
Yes. One of your magic and to everybody watching, if you want, after we speak to Adam, we go into our top tips for weddings. So if you ever want them, then please type tips in the comments and you get automatically sent them each week through Facebook. Yeah. Wonderful system there. So if you want our top tips, just type tips, TIPS. And then you get the tips through. Okay, so hi to everybody watching. I'm just going to show this video because I think this is wonderful. I'm a little snooper, so I go around to snoop around social media when we get guests coming on. So I found this wonderful video. You're on Capital FM, yeah? How did that come about?
I've been on it once a few years. Of course, I don't know which one you're going to show. It might be the most recent one, but during this whole lockdown thing, obviously gigs had dried up and I was just trying stuff out via video call and stuff was going wrong and stuff would go right and just tweaking different things because obviously at some point with social distancing, most of my act would have to change in terms of props and equipment and obviously with the restrictions. So I thought, well, I'll try some stuff out. So I chucked it on Twitter. Does anyone want to see some Zoom mentalism or like mind reading or whatever you want to label that field of magic? And one of the producers from Capital got in touch and said we'd be keen. So I was like pondering. So I thought like, this is like it's friends and family or whatever, like more so just in case it didn't go to plan. If it is that one you're going to show, and it's kind of.
Can we show it?
Yeah, crack on.
So this is Adam on Capital FM radio, which is massive.
This is recently as well, isn't it?
Yeah. If it's with Josh and Carly, it was.
There's a gentleman and a lady at the back there. So let's just play it and have a little look, because we've got a few people watching, and we can have a little look. This is amazing, guys. Have a little look at this a minute, because this is class.
It is class.
So let's have a little look. Yeah.
When you're on black, what I want you to draw, and I'm not going to judge you when you're drawing. You're going to draw a person, a man. So a head, a body, legs, and arms.
Right. Okay. There we go. Oh, done a good job, I think.
Okay, so have a little peek if you could just show us a sequence difference.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, colour their hair in. Give them messy hair.
Oh, yeah, it's got messy hair anyway, so that's not hard.
Okay, now we take a screenshot of what you've drawn.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what colour hair do they have?
I've given them orange hair.
Orange hair. And what colour shirt?
Red shirt.
And trousers.
Green trousers.
And then their feet, that was like, what colour we got left? That's blue, isn't it?
Blue, yeah.
Okay, because behind me, if I'm going to move, I've got a drawing over here.
I love it.
It's amazing.
Just so people know, you couldn't see that screenshot at the time, man.
It's better in real life. Everything's better in real life. If you scroll on my feed, at the top, I posted like yesterday a picture of someone, and that guy has orange hair, right? He's quite a famous person.
Oh my God, that's.
I've seen it. Look at the caption as well. Use it on the caption.
Dear Josh and Callie, yes, my drawing is better than yours. However, nothing beats the real thing. And he's posted that 21 hours ago.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with you? Oh man, that was amazing. Josh and Callie.
Awesome.
A little clap for you, Mr. Reeves.
Honestly,
Such up for that. Yeah.
that is absolutely amazing.
Thanks. Looking back, when I see it like that, it is like I watch it as a Magic fan.
I was watching it as that was going on. You had grin from year to year, like
yeah,
you know?
not like not watching it as if it's me, just watching like the how it panned out from from you. Really, if that makes sense.
That was incredible.
Thank you.
The only thing that was different to add is you couldn't see the screenshot she took Cadu at the time, obviously.
No,
because on the video they put that up on the screen, didn't they? So.
Yeah.
Oh, comment there, come in, Adam. Oh, absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
That in for his wedding. I know Nat as well. A few years back, gobsmacked. Yeah. No, I agree, Nat. Absolutely brilliant. When ads at weddings, everybody's face is.
And James.
And yeah. So I big James up every week. I'm sick of picking him up now.
I pay him loads.
Can't be a bigger accolade than doing my wedding, really. So I'm sick of praising James.
Yeah, but look, another one who knows who you are, though. I think that's amazing. Honestly, next year I will record how many times they ask me. Do you know Adam Reeves? No, there'll be loads, I reckon, and I'll have a tally maybe on the webcast. I'll bring it up every week or something.
And there's James now saying, so what we were talking about earlier, it actually went through his hand. Oh,
yeah,
wow. I believe I should say hand, but yeah. Wow, dangerous game.
So. Just going back to that, when magicians do acts like that, there is a perception or there's nothing that can go wrong, that is predetermined, and it's not true. Sometimes things go very, very wrong, and it used to be one of my favorite things to do on YouTube before I became a magician. It's kind of watching people, or at the beginning, watching things go wrong. You know, sadism. But
it's a bit weird.
Are you married?
No, and my missus is probably watching this now, so yeah.
Go on, you can do it now. Remember when you said you were going to propose?
We met 6 months ago, and she's been living.
So see if she's watching. Are you going to give stuff away? We always ask this question to people. So if you're married, then obviously you can tell us what the wedding is like because you've been and done it. But if you were to get married, what would your wedding be like? Big one? Would it be a little understated one? Would it be away? Would it be in your back garden?
I know a wedding venue I want to get married at, but I'm not gonna upset anyone.
Oh yeah, tell us later.
No.
When he goes offline. But would it be? I mean, just give us a little insight of your wedding. What would you? Without giving too much away, obviously.
James Hawker would be the magician there,
of course.
Oh,
I know a really good wedding photographer.
And video.
That's right.
Yeah, but to be fair, by the time that comes on, it'll be iPhone 20. So imagine the 8 p.m. No, I'm joking.
It won't be much. Won't be much off that. Let me tell you, I know.
No, honestly, gents, and I know we're on a wedding kind of a wedding podcast or whatever you want to call it. But tip wise, or how I'd want a wedding would be. I like the quirkiness, like the old rustic. I'd say from when I'm there, from when I'm performing. I would say I've never gone out before, right. This is me looking for a wedding venue now, but I mean, regardless. But then one's normally quite a trek away. So then the logistics of everyone being there. Do you know what I mean? So it's,
okay. Different question for you then. Yeah. So I want to book a magician. I find you. I search for you, or I find your videos or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's told you about Adam Reeves.
I get in touch with you because somebody's asked me if I know you, and then.
They've asked Jim,
and then they tell me they tell you a venue, and you go, "Oh yes, love that venue." What venue does that for you?
To be honest with you, I think I'm going to sit in the fence here. There's so many around our area now, and there are like. I feel.
Give me just one of your favorite venues.
So you don't feel on the spot, Dad. In our like second episode, I think, or maybe in the first, we done like our top 3 venues, and that changes, and I think we like things for different reasons, but don't feel like you have to give a venue. But I love
Rosedew Farm.
No, I like Rosedew.
I they hire me for stuff, which is one thing as well. But I'm pushing that aside. But just like the whole logistic, like where it is and how it is.
Yeah.
And
But some venues just work for you, don't they?
yeah.
Some venues are huge, and you probably think, "Oh gosh, it's going to take me forever. How am I going to work out how I get around all these people?" Some venues are like a really perfect size for you, and you think, "Yes, I love working there." I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that one venue is better than the other. They all have the different characteristics. But you probably like me. Some venues I go to, and I think, "Oh, this is going to be difficult," or "Yes, this is going to be. I love this venue because I know this, I know that, I know where the light falls." You know, and some venues are easier to work, some venues are difficult to work sometimes. And
but I do think we are quite spoilt for choice. A lot of people get married away, like my brothers get married in Cyprus, but like there are loads of lovely wedding venues now around our area. Like, I'm not looking to get married yet. I know she's watching.
No, I know. I was just joking, Adam's girlfriend.
Jokes aside, though, would being a wedding magician, because I got married when I was very early into magic, really, and I hadn't done a lot of weddings. But does being a magician would that change how you plan your wedding? Because Les was a groomzilla, he always says, and because he done so many weddings, he knew what he wanted and whatever. Would that change the way you done yours?
I'd like to say no, but when you see it and you're around all the time, it's going to win. It's because I've seen weddings where things kind of go smooth, and I've seen others where they don't go so smooth, and you just. But then again, I think I don't. It's from what I see, brides tend to stress a little bit more on the day as well. From what I see, but you guys, with them more so than what we are. But I would be a bit like, is this gonna be right? Is that gonna be right? But then you can't be like that because you're not in work mode. I could imagine. Right, I'm not the magician then. I'm just a guy who's getting married. Like, do you mean?
Yeah. That leads us on perfectly because brides do stress a lot, and grooms stress a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Well, so our top tips are going to be how we can make. How we feel that people can enjoy their wedding days more, basically. So, one last question, Ad, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If people wanted to book you, what best thing to do right now is log on to Facebook. So it's facebook.com/Adam James Reeves.
Yes. I have got a website, but it has said under construction for about 6 years. But I just find, because I'm on my phone a lot, I just find Facebook, but I just find a way easier on Facebook, but it's just more manageable for me at the minute. Yeah. So Facebook.
And I gotta be fair, when I think that's a lot to do with, especially your jobs, because you're performers, and do you know what I mean? It's not just about the scale. It's not just about being able to deliver magic. It's the fact the interaction, and it's the same goes to the both of you, I guess. You interact well. You're really funny around people as well, and you're inclusive. And it's not just you stick into one table. You go around the whole room. I mean, even Nanny Vi, who's sitting in the corner, you make sure she gets the magic and she gets the experience, because the bride and groom are paying for you as a service.
Yeah.
And and I guess you're probably like me. Is the last thing you want is after that wedding day that anybody comes back and goes, "Oh, I didn't like that magician. He was rude." Or it's not just about the delivery of magic. It's about how you are with people as well.
I obviously with my act, I changed that kind of persona situationally. Obviously, if the nan is there, then I'm going to speak differently to the groom's best man. Do you mean
that's right?
Or the mates. I mean but that's, I guess, James, you'd have to do the same. And
absolutely.
You speaking to people asking for different shots or speaking to people on the day, but it ain't just about the trick, and it ain't just about how it's a combination.
It's everything, isn't it? I think it's overall performance, isn't it? And I look at I follow you on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff, and I really love watching your videos. I think it's one of the things for me, I think, that I need to start probably doing more. But I love what I do, and not just because you're on, but just go and just whoever's watching, just go and have a look, and you'll understand. Like, I just love them.
We don't do that because, obviously it helps for business, but I do that because I was watching Josh and Callie react. I love just to see it. Obviously I'm in there because I'm doing it, or it could be you, but I just love to see that moment, that reaction. There are moments where they've gone wrong, mind, and obviously no one's going to see.
No, but I remember you posted a video of like the outtakes of it as well, which I thought was really, really funny.
I can't remember that one, did I?
You were sitting on a bench somewhere. Like it was a few months ago, I think, and I think it was like what you don't see, and the trick didn't go wrong, but you were like, what you were going to say, I can't remember. I might have dreamt it as well. I do dream weird things.
But when I turned up, do I open the pack? Genuine now, open cards up after building all the suspense.
Look at that.
Genuinely, Uno cards from one of my nieces and nephews. So I went I didn't think, because I just grabbed it. I had like 2 weddings that day. So I was like, yeah. And honest to God, I didn't know. I went into a bit of a hole, and it was an absolute nightmare. And one guy was like, "Go on, I'm gonna do a trick with them," but I couldn't really, because there were no cards.
And that was one of my questions. Have you always got something on you?
I mean, not when I've got an Uno deck on me.
No.
Go on, Les. Say a card. We'll see if you can just say a card, Les.
What do you mean? Like
not an Uno card, no, like
a normal card.
Yeah, go.
So the 10 of Hearts.
Now, funny enough, in that moment when that guy said, and this is Jerry now, when he said, "Oh, do a trick with the Uno cards," I went through them, and I did have like an actual card. Obviously, we didn't set that up then, do we? And that was a 10 of Hearts.
What
as well.
the heck?
Yeah. So yeah, you have to think on your feet sometimes, and you have to kind of be ready to deliver. Yeah.
Oh, they say I can't stick it. How did that just happen? Honestly, that was not set up. How was that? That was just a random card I just chose. And
that was really, really good at.
Yeah. So, Les, you've been asking me, obviously I'm on you, and you're asking me about things. Let me just try this a sec. Wedding venues, I'm going to ask you your favourite, because that was horrible when you asked me that just now. I didn't like that. Think of early days when you were doing weddings, first started out, whatever. Just grab a venue in your mind.
Any venue?
Yeah, like from the early days.
Like my favourite venue, is it?
Not your favourite, just like, I don't know.
Go on then.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with, again, this might not work as long as I got the card. I got a good 10 of Hearts, right? Does it start with is it like Old Walls?
Is it what?
It doesn't start with an old, is it?
No.
Okay. Is there a W in there?
Yes.
Okay. You can say.
Huh?
Say.
Lechenol.
There we go.
What the?
So like, yeah.
I'm off.
The guy back there. He's out here. He's gone.
He's gone. For the second time tonight.
That is so frustrating. I love it, right? It's an absolute skill, right? And it's amazing, isn't it? And you know, I can't help my reaction to it. It really, I love it. I love it so much.
What I love is I'm watching Adam's reaction, and he loves it probably more than you. He loves it more than you, like. And that's what I said at the beginning of the episode, is I just love how much you just love Magic. It's class, like.
I can't help it. It's just I'm a massive geek. A Magic geek.
No, I'm not a geek. I mean, that was brilliant. Like, that was those.
No, I'm not done to you, though. I always think, right, when I watch it, and I watch it on TV, and I watch them at weddings and stuff. Well, not weddings, because I know you've just arrived, and I know you don't know them people. But, like, I see Magic a lot, and I think, oh, set up. That is so not set up. How you just got me to say that, and you knew I was. I don't know. It's incredible. So well done. It's a crazy skill, crazy skill. And Alex,
thanks.
Have you seen Alex doing his little tricks, James?
Yeah, Alex is really good.
The magician coming on, he's absolutely brilliant. Like,
I see.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Well, fair play. Well done. That was absolutely incredible. And it's testament to your skill, mate. Honestly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Makes me so angry, though. Makes me so angry. Anyway, right, let's give our bride and groom some tips. So in this next section, we discuss on a different topic every week. And if anybody would like these tips to help your wedding day go smoothly, that's all you got to do is in the comments, type tips, TIPS, and you automatically get these sent to you every week.
Yeah, in capital letters on the comments for some reason.
Yeah, it's got to be in capital letters, TIPS, okay? Just send that.
Or you can inbox us, sorry, Les, or you can inbox us and type tips in anything, and it'll automatically trigger
Wow, that's posh.
Our top tips straight through to you. Okay, so it's really good information. You don't have to do it every week. You keep getting them every week, James. Is that correct?
Yeah, you'll get them every week. Yeah.
So type tips and you get them through. And another comment here before we move on.
Thank you.
Very clever indeed. Anthony, thanks, Anthony, for your comments as well. And thanks everybody for the comments. We've had loads tonight, which is absolutely brilliant. And we've still got loads of viewers on. So we are going to discuss our top tips on how to make sure bride and grooms enjoy the day, because lots of brides and grooms don't, because they're too stressed or things go wrong, and etc. etc. So shall I start?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Have you got a big list?
I have got a bit of a list, James. You know me, I like my lists.
You got his list every week, Dad.
So let's have a look. And what we try and do, we try and have a game. So we hope that no one else has got these. So I'm going to say one now, and James generally goes, "Oh, I got that one," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah." But every week he says he's got one. Okay, so I will literally say, let's do photography. So from a photography point of view, make sure you speak to your photographer and you go through the timings of when you're having your photography done. Okay, so invest some time in your photography. So invest some time in chatting with your photographer, so you know when the sections are you're going to have your photos done. Okay, because a lot of people sort of think that they'll do one session and then that's it, it's done. But photographers got little things in their heads. We've got the golden hour at the night. Do you know what I mean? When the sun is coming down, and that's the best time for photographs, because you've got a lovely golden sun coming on you. The sun isn't so bright, etc. And then we got obviously different sections where we have to take the bride and grooms off and stuff like that. So make sure you chat. And I always talk to my bride and grooms at least 2 or 3 weeks before, and we go through this little timeline of the day. Cool. So make sure you speak to your photographers and get a timeline of the day from them. So you know exactly that after lunch, whatever, photographer is going to take you off for 20 minutes to do some bride and groom shots or do some bridesmaid shots, or etc. etc. And I think that definitely helps bride and grooms, I think, to be less stressed than when the photographer's going, right, come on, let's go and get some photos. And they're like, oh, I didn't know I was going to do this. And I think that's really important. Speaking to your photographer so you've got a timeline of when the photos are being taken. Didn't have that one, James, to do.
No, I actually didn't have that one, and I got it as well because I was dying to say. I'll go next, and one of the ones I got is to delegate duties. So just make sure, for example, I've seen some like templates where bride and grooms can fill in the details of all the providers on the day and the times they're supposed to be there, and if there's any money owing to them. I always get paid in advance. I just prefer it, but some people will get paid on the day, so that you are not stressing about it as a bride and groom. Like, you don't even need to be asked that question, and I think that would be important for me if I was getting married again, so that I know my best man got all the details and that I trust him to be able to sort that, so he knows when the magicians come in, who it is, and a phone number or whatever, just in case.
Yeah.
So that's my first tip.
Definitely.
The Reeves.
Limit the bar to a certain amount of bottles of tequila and filter them through.
Sounds like a great wedding. Definitely. I hope I get an invite for your wedding.
Because the tequila seems to be one that's obviously I turned up and there's a tequila fest and there's no one knows what's going on. So that's generally one of the first ones I was thinking of then, because everyone is. I'm talking even the earlier one now, mind. Even like the earlier option that I offer, drunk. But yeah, that's one tip from me.
Good one.
But do you know what? It is important, because I didn't get that. I didn't have too many shandies on my wedding, because you want to remember it.
Yeah,
I definitely, because you've got a big day in the next day. A lot, especially like taking all the props home and stuff you've made and things like that. The venues do a lot and do that for you, but you still got to get all that stuff into the car the next day. And I don't think you think of that.
You just want to remember, I'd imagine. Well, you've done it new, so but
yeah, and I think that a lot of people are nervous, especially for things like speeches, so they do tend to have a drink, like, to calm them down, and and that and people are nervous
that day. Remember it, like.
Well, I got blotto on mine, so like we should do I was wrecked. So, and I'm not a drinker, so we'll do how not to do your wedding with me one day. So I'll talk about mine.
Funny. Okay, so is it me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say make sure you take some time out of the day, just the two of you, and then go and sit in the quiet. I don't know if you've got a big field in your venue. Just go and sit at the top of the field, away from everybody, away from everything, so you can just take in what's actually happened.
Yeah,
because your day goes so quick. It's mental because everybody's pulling you left, right, and center, and then you've got the photographer, then you've got the videographer, then you've got, I don't know, the coordinator comes in, come and have a look at the room before this is gone. Then you've got Auntie Joan, you haven't seen for so long, giving you kisses and cutches and whatever. And the last thing you know, then is first dance, and is night, it's gone. The night is over, basically, you know. So I would say take some time out of your day, go and sit somewhere away from everybody.
That's
and
a cool one.
Chat to each other. What's going on? What have you liked? What do you think is, you could, I don't know, or I don't know, the plinth fell over or something, and you could laugh about it and stuff then, because it's a day which goes so quick, and I just think you need some time out just to assess what's actually just happened to you,
Definitely. That's a really good one.
Didn't have
I didn't like it's to my head in.
I'm going to
probably Adam's got your exact list there though. I think this is quite an important one. Okay, I think people should need to realize before that things may go differently, a little bit differently. So I don't want to use the word wrong, because that sounds really scary, but things might go a little bit differently. So what I mean by that is timings may not be what you expect, or your wedding car might break down, and it's realizing that a couple of those things.
This is my next one as well.
Yeah, funny enough. But not to sweat it. Like so kind of almost expect that something might go a little bit differently, so that you can mentally prepare yourself for, look, if something does happen that's not, according to plan, I'm just gonna go with it. And I think that's really important. Yeah,
100%. Totally agree. Are we doing well on these? We're agreeing with everyone so far.
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Reeves. This one is from my point of view. So, James, for you, doing magic as well might be different. But for people who do book me or have booked me, who we're watching now, don't tell people, because I think it's more organic and better that people don't know who I am or a magician is. Giving my secrets for you.
I agree with that.
So that's just kind of my angle. And I don't like people to know I'm a magician, to be honest. So obviously, if they've seen me, then they might. But as an attend, a group might not have seen me, or there's a magician going to be there. But when they do, it's like, oh, you're the magician. It puts a limit on, like a ceiling on what a magician is going to be, because a lot of people still think it's like Paul Daniels style.
Yeah, and old man with a bunny tie.
Yeah, so like the occasional person will walk past and go, "Oh, you're the magician," and like it's an horrible one. They go, "Oh no, I don't like magic," like only because they might associate me and my act with like sewing someone in half or that.
Yeah.
That's very, very that's very specific to magic and my act. But that's just a tip if anyone is watching that's booked me. Just don't tell anyone.
I don't even think that applies just to magic. Or I think I think Leighton come on and he said about indoor fireworks. And I can imagine a moment where you're in a wedding and indoor fireworks go off, and it's similar to magic in some ways. You're like, wow. But if you said, well, everybody be quiet, the indoor fireworks are going to go off, it wouldn't have the same you wouldn't have the same reaction, would it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well done. Okay.
I'd like to keep the venue a secret and just take everyone in on the bus.
That'd be good.
That would be good.
Local rugby club up there, just belly. No, I'm joking.
Love it. Perfect. Yeah, you got a limbo to get in. Les,
me again. Okay, so I would say. Do you know what? This is a difficult one because it's difficult because you stress so much the night before. But I would say make sure you go to bed at a decent time and you're not up stressing all night fiddling and potching, but with
I don't think I'd be sleeping.
Drapes or anything, like, give yourself plenty of sleep, because you're going to be up for really early, especially the girls. Having hair, makeup and stuff like that. I've done it early in the morning. I mean, some makeup artists are with them at 5 a.m. and stuff, and it's crazy, because there's a lot of bridesmaids to get through and stuff, so they got to do hair, makeup, so it takes them forever. But I would say, make sure you have a decent early night, because there's nothing like a babe with a sore head in the morning, I guess. And photographers don't want bags under eyes.
Yeah, and I did have that one on my list. My last one, I suppose, would be to hire really good services. I've wrote down hire the best. So obviously, present company included. But just so you can have faith that people are going to do what you expect them to do.
Mm.
And that they're going to do them well, because most people are only going to have the one wedding day, innit? So, yeah, I don't know what you think about that one. It seems a little bit kind of pretentious, but
no, I'd say so.
It is important,
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, it sticks with the budget. I mean, you go for the best your budget can provide, and I mean, let's be honest. I mean, my wedding wasn't the most expensive wedding in the world. But if I had an endless pot of money, then we would have been even bigger and better, I guess. So you got to hire what you can afford, I guess, can't you? And it's
Well, not just that. I don't think there's necessarily a correlation between best and most expensive. Like I genuinely don't believe that.
But no, I don't. No, I don't think that at all.
It is definitely something people should consider, though. And there's lots of things we've talked about previously, isn't there, about suppliers and trusting them and yeah, I think that's really important. So that's my last tip done.
Nice.
Is that me for my last one now, is it?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to stick with entertainment again, because that's all I know. Really, I've never got married. So if you do book singing waiters or waitresses, and this is from a wedding I've seen in the past, make sure that someone else what can I say? Make sure someone else hasn't booked them, because I done a wedding last year where a group of singer waiters turned up from London and a group from Bristol or Birmingham and worked the day and somehow didn't get communicated. They were acting as waiters the whole day, and the mother of the bride had booked some, and the mother of the groom, I think, had booked some. So these two had been paid, and both didn't realise that they were both singer waiters until just before they were both going to start.
Oh, wow. So both two singing waiters started.
I think about 5. I think they're all boys, but I couldn't believe it, because I was in there. It was in Pencoed House. Don't know the ins and outs of it specifically, but I know I was there when they said, "Well, you're singing waiters." Yeah, and we are. And they travel from London. I don't know. They might be watching now, whoever's wedding it was. If you are, let me know or let us know. But the mother, I think, had booked some, and then someone from the other side had booked some, and obviously they travel all the way down, but they'd spend. That's mad. Like, so if you do that, let someone know or try and communicate.
I think again, they could be a pivotal person, couldn't it? Even if I don't know if I'm a fan of bride and groom surprises necessarily, even though I get booked as it sometimes. I'm all for that. No, I'm not. I'm not sure whether I'd want surprises on my wedding day, but again, you can appoint somebody, can't you? It could be the best man or the maid of honor, and the maid of honor. Anybody who books anything, they've got to tell the maid of honor or whatever. So at least that one person always knows what's going on.
100%.
So that's 9. So can I do the last one?
100%.
Very, very close to Adam's, but for people who, I don't know if this is people who are any watching or anything like that, but if you've got any like secret services, so like people like you say in there now, like the singing waiters turn up, they like secret services and nobody knows they're there. Or people will be
in my case because I ask them to keep me surprised.
Or you've I know a lot of people, like especially mothers of the bride and groom, they like to book. Like we had Lynn on a couple of 2 episodes ago, James, from Lovey Dovey. They like to do a surprise by booking dove releases and stuff, which is absolutely beautiful thing to give a bride and groom. But make sure they tell other services as well, because especially I'm just on about photography, guys. Tell your photographer, because we plan what's going on there, and then when the singing waiters happen, because they go on for like an hour, don't they? Singing waiters do, you know, when that puts things back. And make sure your venues know about this as well, because it sets things off then, and we all got, you know, we're timing this day perfectly to make sure it runs smoothly, and then something comes in and it's 40 minutes long, and thinking, right, I'm 40 minutes out now, and then there's a singer waiter on for an hour, and I'm thinking, I'm an hour and a half behind now, and it's really stressful. So I think obviously keeping it secret from your guests, because that's why they've been booked, but maybe tell your services, or it'll matter too, I guess, you know.
It works hand in hand with booking a magician as well, because then because reaction shots are quite good, and they
100%. We want to capture them moments, you know,
the bride and groom, and grooms and brides. They're good to look back on there, because it does break up the day a bit, but it's good for you to know, because you might not know. Obviously, if you were with us too, you'd know who we were.
Well, I've since we started doing the webcast, to be honest, I never used to ask the photographer's name beforehand, but now I've got a box on my form, on my booking form, and so I've got the details before, and I always give him a quick ring now. So, but I haven't actually had to give him a quick ring yet, because I haven't done any weddings since we started the webcast. But
that'll change now. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think things are going to start. They are changing. We know a lot of magicians in England that are doing weddings at the moment, don't we? I think that's fair to say.
I've got one in August.
Have you?
It's been postponed to September. That's looking like my earliest one.
I've got quite a lot I got quite a lot potentially in September. So
existing weddings that have been booked in, or new ones that might be booking.
Some were just originally booked for September, and some had been rearranged
to September. Okay.
Yeah, to September. Yeah. I've had some people who rearranged toward the end of the year. I'm sure you both are the same. So may have rearranged to September. And even though they're not cancelled for September yet, they've already rearranged again, just as a precaution.
Yeah.
So but I have got a couple in September.
Got a few of mine. Like, obviously my brother's wedding has been postponed, so that's affected all us, like for the holiday. But then everyone in the wedding game, everyone, not just weddings, like, but I am married, you two are married. I can't imagine how bad it would be to, like, after, you know, the uncertainty.
No, I know.
But the end tunnel, I think, and I do think we'll have a busy 2021. Very busy.
It's going to be crazy.
And I think everyone's appreciating, like, just the smaller things more, like, not just weddings, just the social of everything, like, do you mean? Just to be around people. Like, so that might egg people on to even get married sooner than they thought, do you mean?
That's
correct.
Not
me. I know she's watching downstairs. That's not me. I'm not included in that.
Not just wedding related, but I think people will enjoy things. You know, I'm for some reason I'm really looking forward to Christmas, and just think people will be enjoying Christmas a lot more this year. Hopefully, anyway, that people are able to spend the time with people.
Appreciate it, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, the weddings over Christmas, I think, will be that extra bit magical this year.
I'm busting to get back. I can't wait. Can't wait for my first. Honestly, I just can't wait to get back out there. Like, I'm so missing shooting weddings.
Yeah,
it's insane. But there we are. Okay, cool. That's top tips done.
I can't believe that.
I think that was a good 10 hours.
Yeah, and we've done over an hour already. I thoroughly enjoyed tonight. So thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, so if anybody is interested in magic, then obviously you've got two wonderful magicians on screen here. Adam James Reeves.
Reeves. Come on.
Reeves. Sorry, man.
You blew it.
Reeves. Reeves. Adam James Reeves. Yeah. Go and check him out on Facebook. Absolutely brilliant. We showed a video earlier. If you missed it, please rewatch it back, because it was amazing.
Yeah.
Or go to his page and have a look. Absolutely mind blown. And again, watch this back if you missed it, his tricks earlier, because, well, my reaction will probably say it all anyway. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, they were really good.
I've been at weddings many times with you. You're absolutely gentleman. You're really wonderful in your craft. You're really good in your trade, mate. And I really enjoy when you rock up to weddings, and I know you're there. So I guess, but it makes people happy, and it makes people smile and giggle, and that makes my job easier to get these little moments and stuff. So yeah, well done to you, buddy. Absolutely brilliant. And thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed. Thanks very much.
I loved it. Thank you.
Go and check him out, guys. Adam James Reeves on Facebook. Top man.
Take care. Thanks, Dad. Cheers.
Thank you, buddy. Number 9 done, James.
Number 9 done. That was a really, really good one as well.
That was really nice, fair play. But what a nice guy as well. He comes across really well, doesn't he? And he's like the same in weddings as well.
Yeah, and you can see, I'm labouring the point because I know, just how much he loves performing magic, and I was watching his reaction when he was doing it for you, and and I promise you that's infectious. If you get Adam like that as your magician, that is how people will react. That is what people will feel. So yeah, he's really, really good.
Yeah. Oh, look out! Bit of love for James here.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks, Alison, for your comment.
Pay you later, Alison.
Yeah, but no, I totally agree. You are amazing. But you must get that reaction. You must love them reactions, though. No, like Adam did there when you see me doing that trick, and that reaction of, oh my god, it blows my mind. That's why I react so heavily towards magic.
I think
I can't get over how you do it.
I think for me, I love magic, obviously, and I think before I became a magician, and I'd get that feeling of kind of how you reacted there. It's just replaced with now being able to do that for people, and that's what I find very special. Yeah, so I feel like that.
Yeah. If Alison's still watching now, you need to type tips as in capital T, capital I, capital P, capital S. It only works if you type tips in capitals in the comments.
It does, but and I will fix it for next week. If you message the webcast page, the inbox, you can type tips for some reason in any format you want, and that should work too.
But yeah, if anybody wants the top tips that we do every week, you get these automatically sent to you through Facebook. It's really handy if you're getting married. Some really, really good information there from wedding professionals. So type tips or message the Wedcats page saying tips, and they'll come through to you automatically every week, okay? So, James, what is next week? I know.
Go
on then.
Shall I go for it just in case? Even if I'm wrong, I'm not going to be wrong though.
Go on.
So next week we've got a venue on, haven't we, Les?
Yeah, I've got a venue on. I love when the venues come on because they're such a big part of somebody's day.
Absolutely, and it's one of my favourite venues. It was in my top 3.
It was in your top 3.
It was in my top 3, and it's the Coed Musto in Bridgend.
Coed Musto is on.
It's so Megan from it. It's an absolutely beautiful venue, and I can't wait to talk more about the Coed Musto. So
that's right. So next week, 7:30. Thanks for everybody who tuned in tonight. We had lots of viewers, lots of comments. Really makes it worthwhile. Thank you very much. You can also watch this back on catch up by watching it again if you want to see some of Adam's magic, which was absolutely mind-blowing. Next week we have Coed Musto venue. We've got Meg on, which they'll be explaining about the Coed Musto experience, how you can book them as a venue, and the experience that they can give you as a bride and groom. We'll have some wonderful pictures and some show the website off and stuff like that. Any questions, please, if you're thinking of booking Coed Musto, then please tune in, because we can ask them some questions. You can also ask them questions as well. Get them on the screens. Alice, good show from Alex. Thanks, Alex. Really nice.
Thank you very much.
To have you pop in, and we'd love you to come on, Al. To be honest, calling you out there if you want to come on and chat about your service, because it is a really good service. Just give us a message, mate. So that is it. That is episode 9 done, James. It's always been a pleasure doing this with you. I think we are done. But nothing else you want to say?
No, that's it. I think it's another good one, another really good one. So, thanks again to Adam, obviously. But other than that,
absolutely brilliant. Check out Adam James Reeves on Facebook, magician. James, see you next week with Coed Musto on and how to book wonderful venues.
Awesome. See you then. Take care, all.